I played an instrument since 4th grade, and it's been a while since then. There's me over in middle school. There's me again. That's high school again. And then one more time. There I am, standing there. And in all my years of playing in the band, one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of these people here don't continue their musical careers. At one point or another, they just choose to stop. And that's not just me being crazy. According to the National Endowment of the Arts, who made this chart, you can tell that there's a pretty obvious decline in the amount of people who play musical instruments as their age increases. And the reason for that may be time, or maybe they don't like the teacher. But as freelance writer Robert Locke says, the main reason seems to be that they have little idea of what is actually involved, the commitment it takes, and above all, the expectations are far too high. And that's a shame, because there's a lot of benefits to playing the instruments. These benefits can include developing sensory skills, higher level of thinking, and even better memory. The neuroscience department of Karolinska Institute states that the decoding of musical notation is one factor that may explain the effect of music on cognitive functioning, as it requires abilities such as spatial, temporal reasoning, and visual perception. Now that just means that just means that it's affecting the auditory, visual, and motor cortices in your mind, which ends up as quite the workout for your mind, because you're trying to work 3 parts of your mind at once. Now, the Portland Chamber Orchestra illustrates that as a musician plays an instrument, motor systems in the brain control muscles which then make the sound. And then the auditory system processes those sounds and then tweaks how you use your motor system to tweak the sound. And then your visual system reads the music, and then that in turn controls the motor system as well. So there's this whole complicated relationship between the auditory system, the visual system, and the motor system going on at once. There's the parts of the brain it affects: motor, visual, and auditory. And then for higher thinking, David Beckstead's article on improvisation states that we access the region of the brain associated with sequence, planning, and problem solving when we play memorized or read passages. But during improvisation, we deactivate this region and switch to cognitive processing associated with meditation, daydreaming, and complex long-term multitasking, which means that playing music doesn't only just focus on one part of the brain, like math or science. It goes on to problem solving all the way to creativity. And Natalie Sarrazin, in her book Music and the Child, states that music also helps with divergent thinking, which means instead of thinking of one solution for one problem, you're thinking of multiple solutions for a single problem, which can be very useful in the open world when you're trying to face problem-solving situations. To add, you can also organize a lot better with music, which is also sort of like a side effect of when you read music. A lot of the times you will split the music into patterns of rhythms and notes in your own mind just to play it well. Christopher Berglund, in his 2015 Psychology Today article, states that the well-trained musicians are able to segregate or integrate the information from a range of senses with heightened discrimination and better focus. However, Melissa Melissa Locker, in a Time magazine article, states that we don't see those kinds of biological changes in people who are just listening to music or not playing an instrument. I like to give the analogy that you're not gonna get physically fit by watching sports. So you know what that means? Hey. Those who already play an instrument, keep on playing. And those who haven't started, well, it's your lucky day. It's not too late to start. But of course, it's better to start early because children are growing new brain cells all the time, says Bridget McCarthy from NPR Music. So when they're learning music, some of these brain cells are devoted to playing instruments. Adults, on the other hand, have to work the brain cells they already have and create new connections or synapses between them, which just means you should probably start now, I would say. So learning an instrument may be a little bit difficult as an adult, but it still has the same positive effects. In a National Geographic article, Diane Cole states that adults 60 to 80 who had received piano lessons showed more robust gains in memory, verbal fluency, the speed at which they process information, planned ability, and other cognitive functions compared to those who haven't received lessons. Playing an instrument can help extend the limits of your mind and connect with others because you play in a band. There are so many more benefits than just developing your sensory skills, higher level thinking, and better memory. But the thing is, that's different for everyone. So the only way to find out how it's really going to help you is to pick up an instrument, even if it's just these dinky little plastic recorders they make you play in elementary schools. These will still help you. So my advice to all of you is to grab an instrument and get grooving.
That's it. To go. Yeah,
It took me his whole speech just to write this down.
I could just give you a sheet.
No, I don't want it. I don't want your pitch. Gosh. Debbie did not check his checks.